Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Doodling Through Education. For my CC students, this is Cycle 1, Week 14, History. For everyone else, that just means we're going to be talking about early trade in Africa. Now, before we get started, make sure to head on over to doodlingthrougheducation.com and grab your workbooks. There's a workbook for history and a workbook for science. There's 4 pages per topic per week in them. I have also broken them down into quarterly packages if you would like to buy them by quarter. Now, without further ado, let's start doodling. Let's begin by talking about Ghana. Ghana was located in Western Africa and was founded around the year 700. Its capital city was Kumbi-Sela, and this was a place that was a center for trading in Africa at this time. Many Africans would bring gold from the south and the east and sell it to the Berbers. And if you remember from last week, the Berbers were those Muslim traders from the north. And in exchange, they would get salt. Now, Ghana became incredibly wealthy because they were able to tax both of these goods since the trading was happening in their capital. And in this way, they were able to increase their wealth. Some of Ghana's very important trading partners included a group of people called the Almoravids. The Almoravids were nomads and were Muslims. They ended up attacking Ghana in 1076 because the rulers of Ghana had refused to convert to Islam. And so in response, the Almoravids decided to attack. And then the Almoravids were able to take control. This was short-lived because when the Almoravids fell, Ghana was able to quickly regain power, but then the Kingdom of Mali came to center stage and was able to defeat the people of this area for control. So let's talk about the Kingdom of Mali. This kingdom was established in approximately 1240, and right after Ghana had ruled in this area, and they were able to have almost complete control over the gold trade. The grandson of the man who ruled in Mali, Mansa Musa, established Islam as Mali's main religion. He was able to rule over about 8 million people and was typically considered to be a kind ruler. He was very wealthy and encouraged the advancement of many things like medicine, law, philosophy, astronomy, and mathematics. One of the main cities that really took off during this time was the city of Timbuktu. And Timbuktu was located on the Niger River. And this became a place for trade caravans to meet at. And not only did a lot of trade happen here, but a lot of education happened here, mainly because of Mansa Musa's love of learning. There were about 100 schools and a university in Timbuktu at this time. In 1335, Mali was able to conquer Songhai, which was a kingdom that was farther down on the Niger River. But in 1464, this kingdom of Songhai rebelled and was able to declare its independence from Mali. By the year 1500, Songhai had gained complete control over Mali. So let's move on to talk about Songhai in Africa. The Songhai Empire was located south of the Sahara Desert on the banks of the Niger River in Western Africa. The formation of the Songhai Empire began long before their victory over Mali between the years 600 and 800. But at this time, it was only a tribal kingdom. Now, fast forward to the mid-15th century, the Songhai Empire was able to expand to the former kingdoms of Ghana and Mali. And 1464 was the year that the Songhai Empire was able to conquer Mali, and with it, gained the capital city of Timbuktu. Many Europeans had learned about Timbuktu and Songhai through the writings of a North African Muslim, Leo Africanus. He had traveled through the region and published many of his observations and discoveries in 1526. The ruler of Songhai was actually overthrown by his sons, and a civil war happened. This weakened the Songhai Empire, and unfortunately, the gold mines that the Songhai Empire owned really attracted invaders to come and attack them. In 1590 and 1591, Morocco, who was one of Songhai's trading partners, attacked and was able to bring Portuguese soldiers from a previous war, as well as horses and guns that they had confiscated from this war, to help bring down this powerful empire. And it was at this point that the Songhai Empire was defeated and history marched on. And that's all we have for today. Make sure you do those 4 pages in your history workbook for week 14, and I will see you next week. Remember to be kind, follow God's will, and take care. Bye.